What is up, YouTube? It is me, the Artisan MC. Apologies because it's so late, but it was an on-call weekend. Told you guys, it's the ones that have been around, you know, when it's an on-call weekend, anything can happen. And so, such as it is, it's what, 3 p.m. It's the first time I'm getting to eat. I woke straight up and came straight here and have been working since then. What up, Trust? Chocolate hearts? Oh, I'll take those. I'll take those hearts. Appreciate your trust. So, you guys will give me a minute if my brain seems a bit frazzled because I haven't been thinking about geek shit. Damn, that's bright. No, black folks don't like having that shiny forehead. Oh, shit. So let's see who was in here earlier when I was supposed to start the stream. Malika Me Bane was here. Shout out to Brother Malika. Trust was here before and back again. Peace and ease to Artisan, the MC, the Geek Elite, and Malika. Yes. So Trust came back. Malika's probably still working. We got Ilongo Savage. Say, what up, Artisan? What up, Ilongo? And then, of course, we got Trusty in here. It's good. So, oh my goodness. What can I talk about today? I've been a little bit more than a lot, and it might be accidentally on purpose, unplugged from YouTube for the last week. I keep going back and forth with having, I don't know, not really liking society right now. So I keep going back and forth between I'll pay attention to things, I won't. Like I haven't watched Skeleton Crew in 2 weeks. Creature Commandos I haven't watched in 2 weeks either. And it was going through the holidays and stuff like that. I was working, so I didn't have time to do that shit. And then when I got home, I wanted to sit on my fucking couch. I didn't want to sit in front of the computer and start recording because it was late. So I have not recorded any videos in the last 2 weeks either. I haven't recorded shit. I've watched a bunch of stuff. I just haven't recorded anything. So I'm going to have to get back on that. This is January still the first part of the year. So getting back into the same old routines, which means I have to get back on the horse to making these damn videos on a regular basis, especially if I want the channel to continue to grow. Last week, I think I told you guys, I'm sure I told you guys about son's grandmother passing. So it's just been this week. Outside of, I haven't even thought about that much since then. But the other thing that was happening was, this whole thing with the fires in LA. And I can't remember who it was who popped in my comment section and was concerned for me during the fires and stuff like that. I just wanted to let them know. I thought I put it in the comments, but if not, thank you for the concern. But I live in Northern California, where we had the wildfires last time. This fire is in Southern California, in LA area. So BGS, Ardenustal, anybody down that way could be feeling it a bit. And I don't know if it's unconsciously or what, because I'm not watching the news every day, except when I get to work and they have it playing at work. But I wasn't seeing any of the pictures of the wildfires, and that shit looks. I recently did, and yeah, it looks terrible. It does. I thought it was oddly poignant that the day these fires started is, what was it, inauguration or something like that? It's like, I don't know. It just seems weird. It just seems really weird. But I was regaling my current coworkers, I think it was Friday, about all the fires and the damage that I had seen. And I told them, and I really, not to be morbid or anything like that, but it's a lot of work for carpenters now. It's a lot of work in LA now. If you were in the building trades, a lot of work. And I don't say that to be, insensitive or anything like that. I don't. I just understand that people who make their living building things, plumbers, electricians, drywallers, painters, tapers, HVAC guys, heating, roofers, all of that stuff, lumber yards, people that work in lumber yards, ancillary businesses like Home Depot and stuff that's going to sell you nails, screws, bolts, fasteners, all the rest of that, architects, designers, blueprint makers, cabinet makers. Do I need to keep going down the list? There's a lot of business involved in just one home. In just building one home, there are probably 1,000 people that are attached to that one home getting built. Excavators. Look, so is it a tragedy? Yes, it is a tragedy. It is a tragedy. But at the same time, it is a huge opportunity. Because, like people have said, and will said on Game of Thrones, chaos is a ladder, and it can be a ladder to success. So, if you're in the building trades, which I think most of us would understand that, you would go to LA to help out and clean up, and you would have your business cards or your digital business cards ready and start putting your bid in for these jobs because there's going to be. It's funny how LA, it sounds fucked up to say it, but it's funny how LA worked it. It's going to be a shitload of federal dollars flowing in to LA to rebuild. It is. Even though from what I've seen on the news, they have a bunch of incompetent females in charge in LA. The fire chief, the mayor, those folks don't want to talk and apparently incompetent. Like set their city up for failure. And that's what you're seeing on the screen. A failure of management, of leadership. When you put one thing in front of the other, and the thing you put in front of the other is not that damn important, which is optics over common sense. I was thinking about this today when I was watching this video of the fires, and it was showing some high rises and stuff like that burning. I'm like, that can't be real. Is that real? That looks like that scenic part of LA that you always see in movies burning. So that must be CG or something, some AI shit that he's doing on this video. But I'm sitting there thinking about it like that. They're gonna be ruined, dude. That shit. There's gonna be so much that needs to be built. So many people homeless. So many people just screwed right now. Not to mention that, you had homeless and everything else. Um, the company is the country, I think, will be crippled in a sense trying to fix all of this. I think it will be. I think the country will be kind of crippled trying to fix all of this shit. And it's a nice big mess to drop onto the Orange and Chiefs plate coming in the door. That's why look, it just seems suspect. I've seen some people saying people were setting these fires. And I saw one video of a dude videotaping some people setting some fires. I'm like, you fucking anarchists. I'm going to have to wait until the smoke clears, pun intended, to see these videos come out of people actually setting these goddamn fires. What's up, Pragmatic? UFO, what's good with you? And Pragmatic P Dubs was good. So I'm really going to keep that in my mind to look out for those when they pop up after the fires get put out and they can start rebuilding and whatnot, because that's absolutely ridiculous. The incompetence that was on display. And the most horrifying thing I heard was that firefighters are fighting fires and fire hydrants ran dry. And I'm like, how does that even happen? How does that even happen? So they just had to stand by and watch things burn. I'm like, what? Oh, hell. That has to be demoralizing. It has to be. It has to be one of the biggest examples of incompetence I've ever seen. And it always goes back to your leadership. This is your leadership. You're doing something with one hand, doing some other shit with the other. So, from what I understand, they were using some of that water in the fire hydrant system for that. I'm like, that's not how the fire hydrants work. The fire hydrants are not reservoirs for water. They're tapped into the water lines and stuff that pump through a neighborhood. That's just a point where you can access that water that's pumped in there. You mean they didn't pump any more water in there? They just left some water sitting in the system and shut it off? That seems freaking stupid. Now, I understand how a fire could spread really quickly in LA because it does have those Santa Ana winds, those very fast moving winds. Usually, I think they're coming off the ocean, going inland, and not going towards the ocean, which makes no sense to me. But either way, um, it's not a good look, right? When the wind picks up embers and blows them at, close to hurricane speed somewhere else, you will get a fire spreading that could have been your barbecue, will set a whole neighborhood on fire. With the winds, a hot enough fire and the winds fast enough, you burn down the whole neighborhood from your little Kingsford grill messing around. So my heart and my sympathy does go out to all those people who have lost their home, because trust, when it happened up here in Santa Rosa and Paradise and stuff like that, it was close enough for me to drive to and drive through and see all these burnt out husks of tracks of homes and stuff like that. That does look like a nightmare scenario. That's why I don't understand why people in California always love making these goddamn disaster movies. I don't get it. I think you would have enough of it. I can remember when it happened up here because I took some interesting pictures of an orange sky during the day. I'm serious. Like, I'm not bullshitting. It was straight up orange because of all the soot and ash and sitting here thinking about what kind of breathing problems are people going to have after this because they've just been breathing soot and ash for weeks. They ain't even close to the fire. Not that damn close. But wind does what it does. The planet works the way it works, and it will blow that stuff all over the place. You're stuck in a bubble. That's just what it is. So I can only imagine it happening in LA, being that they said it was dry, which I thought we were having a lot of rain in the last couple weeks. We have nothing but rain, so it shouldn't have been anything really dry. But maybe that was just up in the Bay Area. I wasn't looking at the weather report in LA to see how they were getting rained on or not, but it was moist up here. We got green grass up here now. Whole hillsides is green from all the rain that we was having. So I don't know how they escaped that everything is just dry and they weren't catching any of that rain. I don't get it. But I guess that would be for me looking deeper into the story and not just taking the surface level of just what the news told me. I would ask somebody who was down there. And like I said, there's a couple of YouTubers I know that stay in Los Angeles. Oh shit. Fucking that Star Wars girl, Anna, stays in LA too. Yeah, that Star Wars girl, little Scorpio. She just had her baby too. So hope everybody is fine. I know I still have some family down in LA, but not in that part of LA. So not directly affected. It's not their neighborhood, put it that way. It's not their neighborhood, but it is somebody's neighborhood. But yeah, it's a tragedy. I'm looking at these pictures and I can't figure out which one I think is worse, a flood or fire, right? And just saying it out loud, I think the fire is worse. Like all things being considered, if you they get burned up or anything like that, you get displaced. The fire is worse because there is nothing left. There isn't. At the very least, with flooding, you might still have a house. Everything's soaked. You got to strip it down to the damn studs, dry that out, and start over again. But the house is still there. It's still intact. Okay. California construction, residential construction. You got a concrete slab probably left. That's it. All that shit going up. All of it. It's all gone. So if you want to, sift through the ashes, you can. But what the fire did not burn, the water will ruin. And that's the water that helped put out the fire. That's it. It's done. All of it's done. It's from scratch. You start from zero. The easiest thing to do is to have the slab or lot bulldozed and start from scratch. And that's on a wide scale. When you look at those photos and you see all that stuff burnt down and whatnot, that's what that means. Your lumber prices is going to go through the fucking roof because they're going to need to rebuild all that stuff. It's going to be some years. It'll probably be, I'm thinking, 5 to 10 years. Now, I know there's a couple of larger companies that I've worked for that are based down in that LA area. One of them is in Silmar. So they would have possibly the manpower and equipment to come in and help the city rebuild pretty quickly. There's a couple of them down that way. And if they're not, if they're in California, even if they're in Northern California, best believe they got somebody throwing their ass in a truck and they was driving down there to see what they can do and what they can help rebuild and planning right off the bat. So it's like I say, it may sound morbid to somebody who does not work in the trades, but it is a tragedy, but it's also an opportunity. It just is. If you were savvy enough business person with trade skills, not even if you have, maybe not even if you have trade skills, you could possibly get your contractor's license, get bonded, and start bidding on these jobs to rebuild these homes. Find you an architect. Somebody can draw. He can draw you some blueprints. Get your permits. You can start bidding on rebuilding these homes, and you'd probably get some of them. You'd probably catch some of these jobs because they can't all be done by the same people. They can't. Not possible. Excuse me, my first meal of the day. So it is an opportunity for you to make you a bag, but you have to put in the work. What's up, Lion? And I'm just saying that just being, pragmatic about the whole thing. Stuff gets destroyed, stuff has to be rebuilt. That's it. You're now in a surplus of housing. And those are just normal people dwellings, normal people homes. We ain't talking about you know, the celebrities, the people who pay for, custom homes, million, 2 million, $3 million homes. And we're not talking about those because those are going to go to somebody too. And those are going to go to those contractors who do custom homes and do good work. They're going to be the ones out there fighting at Home Depot for every day laborer they can find to get jobs done. And people paying possibly above normal prices to get their house done first. I'm just saying. There's going to be a lot of money flowing around in LA for the next few years to try to make that situation whole again, to get them back on the road to things working again, and people having homes again. Now, the downside of it is I want to see who get displaced and don't get to move back. Because one of the easiest ways to gentrify your fucking neighborhood is to have a natural disaster. That's one of the easiest ways. Yeah, Lion, I'm up in Northern California, so it's that fire and stuff is 8 hours away from me, south. 8 hours south from me. If I got on the plane, I could be down there in 30 minutes, but It's not anywhere close. We've had our wildfires up here. I think we just passed our wildfire season because we're into winter now. But summer, fall, we nervous over here. We be nervous up here. So, so thank you for the concern, but I'm okay. Um, I haven't checked on BGS or Nusu yet to see how they're doing. I saw they had streams up, so I'd assume they were doing fine. But I haven't talked to them directly to find out. But yeah, it could be an opportunity. It can be an opportunity. If I was a younger man, I'd probably be down there trying to help out and help rebuild in some ways because their union hall should be empty. Your union hall should be empty. Next couple of months, the union hall should be empty. It should be people crewing up and getting crews together working for insurance companies or big developers or whoever to come in and rebuild all that shit. So, and most people know you want to be on a Fed job. Does that mean all your benefits get paid? No questions. That's also where some of the graft and corruption comes in too. But every ship has rats on it. Every ship has rats on it. So my sympathies to the people down in SoCal in LA and those fires. We get through it quickly. We'll see how much, well, that administration is out now, so we don't have to worry about that, do we? But we'll see how much aid gets pumped towards California's way for that rebuilding, because I don't know, it got to be in the hundreds of millions. Got to be easy. Got to be. Maybe less than $1 billion. Maybe. But that's a lot of money coming out of everybody's pockets. Like, the government doesn't have a job. The government's job is getting money out of your pockets, and you going into tax season. I mean, all those people who are displaced right now, somebody is going to be knocking on their door talking about them filing their fucking taxes. And they're going to have a middle finger up like, fuck you. And in taxes. This world is just so interesting. So interesting. Anyway. I'll put that link in there if somebody want to come up. Because there is not much today beyond that. Because I have been disconnected from some media for the last couple of weeks. And that was just me being uninterested in a lot of things. Really, I'm not really seeing much to pique my interest. That's why I can see that having not watched the Skeleton Crew since the last episode is not making the damn difference. It's not holding my attention where I feel like I need to rush and go see the shit. It's not. I see artists and I see they're trying to get rid of the governor. You think they're going to get it done? Pfft, that motherfucker should have never been the governor. Fuck Gavin. No sense Newsom. Batman. Yeah, no. He should have been gone. Yeah, get rid of his ass. because he part and parcel of why LA is burnt the fuck up right now. He probably approved that kind of dumbass thinking. Goofy ass. Fuck Gavin. And I want him gone because I don't want him trying to run for president. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. We just got done with Kamala, man. No. No, no, no. That group, that class of politicians out of California do not need to seek higher office. They do not. Not those two characters. Mm-mm. No. What up, Joe Herb? Good with you. Says salute, artisan. Salute to chat. Salute to you too, sir. Oof. Yeah, they should get rid of his ass. He should have been gotten rid of for other things, let alone this. It's over. Go beat it. Silly ass. What up, Lyon? Lion.
Hey, what's going on? How you doing, man?
Okay, I had my finger on the dump button. I was like, if I say something flash to a different screen.
No, I ain't gonna do that to
Better
you.
not. That better be him.
I was giving it a minute because I think you was in the middle of saying something, so I wasn't gonna cut off with that.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. I like to talk radio, man. You gotta have that dump button.
I got you.
Somebody get up there saying some wild shit, you gotta be able to
Yeah,
and that's the call.
Yeah, I've seen it on another channel. Somebody actually did that. That's despicable.
It is despicable. What up, King? I read your other message. He said, please tell me you seen the clip of him fake calling the president when they got him on camera that he wasn't calling anybody. Hell no, I ain't seen that. I don't doubt it though. I'm serious about this. They really do need to somebody with a PhD in psychology need to go into this TDS and actually do some studies on people that had this TDS. This shit is like ridiculous. This is worse than it's been with any damn Republican before. It's like these people just do some of the most reprehensible shit and think it's okay because it's just against him. It's like shit is not cool. Period. It's not. Well, this is your political official, your governor, fake calling. We're not your wife trying to see if you actually know this woman who called your cell phone. What are you doing? That's so fucking childish. Get his ass out of office. Well, you can bring the governor back. I wouldn't give a shit. Gary Coleman, anybody. I don't care. Look, Herb here in California, what did he say? And I thought Arnold was a bad governor. Newsom is the worst of the worst. He is. What a dumb fuck. Only thing he got good about him is his hair. Get out of here, man. Go model or something. So do something else. It's fine. It's fine. You've been governor. Just go away. Go away. I heard who was that? I think it was somebody at work was talking about that shit and mentioned that they were talking about trying to have Kamala run for Senate. I'm like, no, we done. Nah, bitch. Nah. No fucking way. There's not a chance in hell. No.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, they on Twitter calling him news come. Yeah, he is news come. Oh my God, the wrong side of a happy ending. No, I'm good on him. Trust, because it's like a conveyor belt with the two of them, right? First came along Kamala, then Newsom was right behind her. Into San Francisco, on to something else. Right? As soon as she was out, here come Newsom. Into San Francisco, on to something else. I had even forgot this motherfucker was governor at one point. I forgot that he was the fucking governor. Watching the news, like the fuck? That's right, he is our governor right now. God dang, no wonder. No, dude, no, go away. This has got to be the last of them. Like you flushing rats out of a house. It's got to be the last of them. This trap got to get the last of them.
I noticed that's your reaction to him whenever y'all be forgetting y'all have a governor. Y'all be like, "Oh God, don't remind us."
Yeah,
That's
don't
what it kind of
remind
like.
it.
Oh God,
Because
not him.
yeah, not it doesn't make. If you were in high school and you had a student body president who didn't even know your name and y'all been in the same grade forever, that would be who I think Newsom was.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Like, motherfucker, we've been in the same class forever. We got the same homeroom. Oh, no, man. But you know I want to be reelected. Man, get the fuck away from me.
No.
We ain't friends. You have done some reprehensible shit. Remember that day when we was freshmen and you was trying to push me in a locker? I remember that shit. Oh, it was a different time, man. Nah, you ain't different.
You
Doing
just
the
trying to
same shit right now.
you just trying to make the most of the fact that you got left back.
Yeah. Nah, bro. Nah, if your daddy wasn't paying money to this school, we would have been had your ass expelled.
You catch up to him when he was a senior, and you catch up to him. You're a junior, he's still a senior. How the
Yeah,
hell that work?
yeah. He corrected some of his workers. Said, "This motherfucker's stupid.
Like, Jesus.
This is who paper, Gavin. Nigga, you don't know this? You know you don't need this in real life. This is how you balance a budget as a governor."
Failed.
Failed miserably. But the celebrities like him. The celebrity media, a celebrity darling. Oh, I guess that's what everybody get into politics for, huh? So you can be cool with celebrities.
Yeah. So it seems.
Apparently.
Yeah.
So what's going on with you, Lionel?
Not much, man. Not much, man. Just been studying and stuff. Just trying to get this IT certification.
Get that
Yeah.
shit.
In the land of trades. As you were saying. Yeah, the land of trades.
Orlando trades. Look,
Yeah.
not fucked up. It's just reality.
No.
Anything that's destroyed has to be rebuilt. And somebody has to rebuild it.
And then
It's
somebody
usually
else,
the people with the skills.
on top of that, you hire somebody to build it, then you hire somebody else to maintain it.
Somebody has to pay somebody to build it. And then
Mhm.
somebody has to pay somebody to maintain it.
Yep.
Yeah. That's just the way it goes.
That's true. That's
So it's
trade.
fucked up. It's all hell. But like I told my coworkers here at work, I said, man, when you was in the trade, you always saw natural disaster as a come up. Yeah, you feel bad for people. You do. You empathize. But you know, you got hungry kids at home, and this is what you do for a living. Like,
Yep.
let's get it. Load up the truck. It's two
Um,
states away. We don't give a shit. It's dry. Work is dry here.
mhm.
I'm going to California.
We whipping out that Home Depot credit card. Charge it up.
Be out there. Be out there getting it done. And
Hell,
that's
still
just
demolitions. You still need a demolitions team because you got to get the rubble up.
look. If you own a dump truck and even a little bobcat,
That's it.
motherfucker, you can rent a bobcat and get paid for cleaning that shit up and demoing and dumping that shit. As long as you don't run over any gas lines or electrical, you good money.
You good. You get some shovels and get a dumpster.
Man, you
You get a
get
truck and
five.
haul it.
You get five people. A couple of you homeboys who like having them big trucks and big F-150s or whatever the fuck, and
Yep.
start loading them bitches up
Yep.
and rent a bobcat for what is it? A couple hundred, like hundred something
Mhm.
bucks, a couple a day, a couple hours. Yeah, get your money.
Besides, them companies they're gonna put those big dumpsters there for you to dump that rubble in anyway, because that
It's
rubble.
going to be dumpsters everywhere. White elephants, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be them boat pickup dumpsters all over the place.
Yep.
It's California, so they do recycling huge.
Yep.
It's a whole monopoly people will have.
Yeah. Even
All you got to
recycling.
do is show up and dump it.
Yep. Even recycling is a business here.
Even, It's a whole nother business here. We got so many cans outside, you don't know what to throw away.
Yep. Like, hey, that's plastic.
You got so many. Yeah, we got so many cans outside. I can't even park my fucking van pulling up to people's house. Like, man, move these motherfuckers. Like,
Exactly.
God damn, this is taking up the place of a vehicle. What up, studio? He said it was a good artisan. What's up, me bang? Came back through
Me, man.
late show, so I won't hold y'all forever. But we just chopping it up about life opportunities and disasters. Sounds like a good title for a rock band.
Yeah. I was thinking that too. It's funny you mentioned because I did see on Instagram like there was an aerial photo of the aftermath of all the fires. I was like, man, there's a lot of money gonna be made down there.
Well, a lot of money. Remember, if you guys remember, I was trying to go to Hawaii when they had their fire, and I want to go there for my I think it was my 50th birthday
Oh yeah, I remember
to
that.
help them rebuild.
Yeah.
Still rebuilding after that fire. You think they building back cheap? It's a fucking it's a vacation spot. And the
Oh,
people who weren't burnt up were making more money because they dropped their prices low as fuck. Because people was coming there to support them because that's a tourist place. It's a
yeah.
tourist attraction. They made money.
Yeah.
Them places are getting rebuilt. Now your regular mom and pop house and shit like that might not be rebuilt yet because the insurance company will fuck with them for a while or want to rebuild it because the insurance company don't want to take that loss like that or find a way out of it or try to find a way out of it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, all the rest of that stuff is getting rebuilt. Them hotels and stuff, nigga, they built that shit back.
Mhm. Insurance company's gonna take it as a loss and write it off.
Yeah, they'll try to.
Yeah, they'll try. That they will. Yeah, for sure. I want to initially ask you though, about so we got so far. I think we have 4 slated superhero movies coming, as far as we know, in total.
As far
Now,
as we know.
as far as we know, now I was saying to somebody, I was like, 2 of them shit's gonna be trash.
Guaranteed. I haven't done my video this year of my predictions for what 2025 is going to be, but we'll see. 1 second.
Oh, my bag. I didn't want to interrupt. It was his show. No, but I was saying I think at least you got 4 movies this year. 2 of them gonna be trash. My honest opinion, I think you got Captain America, Thunderbolts, Superman, and Fantastic Four. I'm of the mindset that Captain America and Thunderbolts might actually be the good ones, in my humble opinion. Superman might be the bad one, but that's just my opinion. We have a difference of opinion. You go right it. You feel free to go ahead and share it. but that's just where I'm at with it. I'm more excited for TV shows, if anything. You got Invincible in a couple of weeks. A couple of weeks after that, you have Reacher season 3, February 20th, and of course Daredevil, the return to Daredevil. But that's just where I'm at from an entertainment standpoint. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Reacher too as well. Trust me too. I'm looking forward to Reacher. Reacher is actually a good show. Actually, when it's all said and done, and I get to cert, I actually want to start reading their books, those Reacher novels. I actually do want to read them. I don't know Detroit. I don't know about. I say we got 4. Two out of 4 are gonna be all right, man. Two out of 4 are gonna be trash. 2 out of 4 are gonna be trash. But I'm not thrilled about Superman. I'm just not.
Why the fuck do people who are not the ones who have the information not be the ones that get on the fucking phone?
Oh, yeah, that'd be the worst.
Why? I said that backwards. Why do people who don't have the information always end up being the one on the phone trying to relay a message to somebody else who's talking within earshot of the damn phone? Like, God damn it, dude. Half the time I was just sitting up there listening and waiting. Because, hold on a second. Hold on.
Yeah, I hate that. Happens in IT too. It happens in IT too. I can't stand that shit.
Bitch, like, you realize you want a recorded call, right? You put a recorded call on hold.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not right.
That no goddamn sense, dude. So, yeah, exactly. Put the Joker on the phone. Yeah. Put your repeat on the phone. Put the brain cells on the phone. But you don't know what the hell is going on. Put the person who thinks they know what's going on the phone so I can talk with them and get this damn call over with. Because I don't need the whole play-by-play from last week. I just need you to tell me what's happening right now. This is supposed to be a short call. Motherfuckers giving a whole soliloquy like, man, I'm not giving you an Oscar for this shit. You know that, right? This is not an acceptance speech. Like, Jesus Christ.
It's annoying as hell. Is there an official date for Supercell season 2?
I haven't heard one, but I'd be looking forward to that too.
I would watch it. I did enjoy that show. I thought it was very good.
It was a very good show. That was one of the best shows of 2024, but you wouldn't know because I didn't make a video about it. I just talked about the shit often enough that if you didn't watch that shit, you didn't want to. It had too many black folks in it.
I went straight through it. Those ones I had heard about the show and I just went and watched it. And then after first, I was like, wow, this is a damn good show. And I breezed through it.
Yeah. Yeah. I went through it and watched it and loved the show. And I couldn't stop talking about the show after I watched it. I watched it 2 other times after that. Yeah. So I've watched that whole season like 3 times already.
You know a show's good when you keep coming back.
It's either really good or all the rest of the shit was really bad.
Yeah.
And it's probably a little of both, somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Somewhere in between. So I heard what you were saying, and that's why the Toy talking about say something so and so. Like he can, but I can still hear you, and I'm on a recorded call, so they can still hear that shit too.
That's why I was like, you wasn't muted.
I muted myself, but I can't mute y'all. Yeah. So I understand y'all want something to be happening, but they can hear it on the phone call. So I'm just waiting for it to connect and get this conversation over with. So I heard what you said. The 4 movies you thought that are coming out this year: Captain America, Thunderbolts, Superman, and the Fantastic Four.
Both of them in the same month. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of them in the same month.
Two of
Two of
them
them
are going to be shit. Um,
was
I didn't do the prediction video yet because I want to go back and look at the old prediction video of how I predicted the YouTube and stuff was going to act to certain movies that when they came out. I think it'll be entertaining. Might just re-release it on my channel just so y'all can see. Like, yeah, that did come out to be absolutely shit, didn't it? Yeah, because it don't take much to predict this shit. Um, I'm thinking Captain America 4 will do dog shit, but not for the reasons that most people are saying. It's going to do dog shit because they've been out in force saying how terrible this movie is because they've had to reshoot it so many times.
Mm.
And it's just because of how Marvel was doing the shit. They didn't have a fucking script. They're filming shit without a goddamn script, which makes no sense in the world to me. That's like making a burger with no meat. Like, fuck. No, just wait for it. The meat's coming. Like, huh? We got lettuce and bread, but no meat? This ain't a hamburger then, man. What the fuck?
But here comes the ketchup.
Yeah, but here comes the ketchup. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the play-by-play with the condiments, man. Where's the meat? That's what they were doing with this script. So, like I've said before, I won't blame Anthony Mackie for this shit. I won't even blame Harrison Ford crotchety old ass for this shit. I won't. But between Harrison Ford and Gary Cole, if you see them on a show, you know what's going down. Because Gary Cole has been the harbinger of good shows I like going to hell quickly. Every time you show up, like, oh shit, the show is about to be over. And it happens every time. It's not anything to do with Gary Cole. He's a fine actor, but every time he show up on the show, that shit end up dying. Harrison Ford in recent years, yes, he showed up. He got a part in it. Obviously, the shit is going down. So I won't blame Anthony Mackie for this shit if Captain America don't do numbers. It won't. The push is already out to hate this movie before you've even seen. Well, you've seen a trailer, but it's already out. Nobody wants that shit, or at least most geeks, since black geeks ain't the majority, they're the minority still. Don't want that shit. They ain't interested in Black Captain America. So trust me, the movie is going to be shit. The Thunderbolts could actually end up being good. Why? So. Yeah, it could actually be a sleeper hit. Although people have bitched about it, larger YouTubers than me have bitched about it from the trailer, that it looked cheap, it looked like this, that, and the other. Yeah, it might, but it looked like a regular fucking Marvel movie. Yeah. And you like Winter Soldier, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so what's the problem? It could be a sleeper hit. It could be, Suicide Squad, the Suicide Squad good. Do some numbers, won't break the bank, but it will make some money. That's my thinking. Superman, it's going to make money. Even if it's dog shit, it's going to make money because everyone is going to be in the theaters to see their new, super powerful white boy again. They got to. They got to show up for that shit. They cannot not show up for that. They're going to be there. They're going to buy tickets and everything. I'm going to buy a ticket. I'm going to see the shit in IMAX because maybe
I'm going. Me too.
Yeah, I'm going to see
I'll be there.
Me talking shit about it is not me like shitting on the movie. I'm just pointing out the obvious, right? It's going to make money.
Same thing with Captain America. I'll be there. I'll see it in IMAX.
I'll see it because me watching this movie in the theater, I'm supporting the theaters and I'm supporting the actors who acted in the shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now, in the larger context, do I want to support Marvel and Disney? Not with the bullshit they do. No, not necessarily. But you know what? Anthony Mackie got a starring role finally in a movie playing a superhero character. Might as well. I'll give him that props on that. I'm not blaming him for the fucking script. He didn't write it. No, why should I make him suffer for that shit? No. It's enough shitty movies that get money hand over fingers and there ain't nothing but a bunch of people in there you don't even fucking like.
Yeah, so, we don't even recognize half the damn cast outside of Harrison Ford and the guy who's playing the leader.
You don't, right? And that's, to me, the fact that the leader is in it is fun because that was a loose thread from the Incredible Hulk movie that should have been weaved and picked back up a lot sooner. But they went back to it. They backtracked to it to bring it back in. Good. I wanted to see the leader,
Yeah,
and with that actor. Yeah, I wanted to see that shit. Cool.
FX has been on a Marvel, like, the Marvel marathon, and they were just playing the Incredible Hulk a couple of days ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the leader should have showed up. That should have been his second movie, right?
Look forward to it.
Now, Fantastic Four, same thing. People will go and see that damn movie. Do I think it's going to be any good? No, I don't. Because understand, Fantastic Four is not an action movie type of situation. It's not.
No.
They are not an action team. Those are scientists, explorers at the most. So what Fantastic Four to me would work in a serialized streaming show, not a movie. You've already had Fantastic Four movies. You've seen how they've done. And every time somebody is complaining that it's not really the Fantastic Four, Doom don't look right, Johnny Storm doesn't look right, they're too this, they're too that, because they're not action people. They're scientists and explorers. And unless you're going to make a live action Johnny Quest, the shit is not going to work. Not. Now, you want to see them in the MCU? Fine. They'll be in the MCU. Only thing you need to match this movie up next to is Fan Four Stick. That's it. Or match it up to the Tim Story movies. The ones directed by that black dude that people say was shit. He had more continuity going on in his two movies than you had before the MCU showed up.
They were not shit. Those movies actually weren't bad.
Those were entertaining.
Yeah.
That's when you got to see the Silver Surfer for the first time on screen. Shut up.
Shout out to Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, shout out to Lawrence Fishburne. Come on, man. Quit it. Just quit it.
They weren't bad at all.
It's too easy to shit on stuff and not easy enough to figure out why it worked and why it didn't work and how to actually fix it so it would actually work the next time out. Because you watched them two movies, didn't you? You got a thing on screen that didn't look like the Roger Corman shitty thing, and it looked like a real person, and it was practical. Believable enough, right? Next to somebody bursting into fucking flames and shit. Look, I wasn't upset about them Fantastic Four movies, but I don't spend a lot of time reading Fantastic Four, idolizing Sue Storm, and none of that shit. No, Reed is the smartest dude in the MCU. Awesome. You know who's just as smart? Black Panther. Adam Brashear. Now Doctor Doom. A lot more interesting people to me. A lot more. So Superman, the Fantastic Four will play the same reason the Superman will play. The white folks need their saviors. They need their standard bearers. But the only problem is with the Fantastic Four, they got a little fucked up because, Reed ain't white.
Pedro.
And, Fan Four Stick sucked ass for a lot of people, mainly because Michael B. Jordan was Johnny Storm. That's not it. That wasn't it. They didn't like Black Storm, even though that sound cool as shit. They like Black Storm.
They didn't like it. No, they didn't.
You can complain about the movie, but I thought it was a good jumping off point because if you've read Ultimate Fantastic Four, it's ripped right out of there. So apparently the Ultimate Fantastic Four story sucked to you.
I thought it was all right until they got their powers. Like I was with them until they got their is the way it went off after they got their powers when they had that 2-year gap, like when what's the name? When Reed got away and escaped. That was when it fell off for me. But I thought it was all right up to that point.
Yeah, the setup I thought was fine. It ripped on a little bit of the Explorers from the 80s movie, The Explorers, the little kids making their own spaceship and shit, right? That was kind of the feel it had.
Okay.
It was all good until they went into the negative zone. Reed being on the run, and they showed me something that I thought was one of the most interesting things I saw from Reed Richards was him learning how to shapeshift his face and stuff like that, which is like, oh yeah, well, he should be able to do that. That was
Yeah,
actually cool. That was
that
a
was
cool idea.
that
I
was
don't remember seeing that in the comic anywhere
me.
because you always see Reed just stretching and making, big hands and shit
Yeah,
like that.
stretching his
Okay,
body, but not
but
changing his appearance.
but he can actually shapeshift in a little bit. Oh, that's actually cool. That'd actually be kind of cool.
Yeah.
That'd up him if you want to make him a villain, right?
Hmm.
But Doctor Doom, oh, they fucking ruined that.
Yeah, that
I
was that.
Doom's reason for why he was doing what he's doing, I got totally got. The way he looked was trash.
Yeah, his execution costume. That was.
That costume was
Oh,
it looked like plastic melted all over him. Now I understand in the Ultimates, and if y'all don't know, um, was it? No, it wasn't Rob. Was it? Wasn't Rob? Somebody else that did a video on the Maker, Ultimate Reed Richards, and they were going through the whole story and how in the Ultimate version that metal he his it's the same way it happened in the comic that metal got burned on his body, melted on his body, so it's just part of him now. It's the same thing that happened. It just looked like shit on screen. But
yeah,
I totally got why he was doing what he's doing. I believed it. Like, yep, leave his ass alone. Tell
yeah.
you what, open that portal, slide his ass back through there, and close the door.
Leave him there. Leave him there.
Problem solved. Problem solved. Nobody told you to bring his ass back. He didn't want to come back. He was good.
Yeah. But
Good
they
money, and he
expanded.
couldn't do shit from over there.
But they expanded on the part that they were still scientists, and that's the part I did
Mhm.
enjoy about it.
They were
Like
still
Johnny too.
scientists. Yep.
Like Johnny wasn't a scientist, but he was a gearhead and he
He
was
was a gear.
useful.
He was technical. The
Yeah,
only
he
one
was
that was kind of they made kind of a dumbass was Ben
was
because
Ben.
Ben was always the pilot.
Pilot,
Right?
yeah.
So Ben had some skills. He was a soldier. He was a
Mhm.
pilot. He had
Yeah,
some nuts. Okay.
yeah,
So other than that, I like that setup. I might not have liked their performances in some spaces, but I
yeah.
didn't think it was a terrible movie. I always look at these things like, okay, it's the first movie of this kind of story. What's the jump off? What can you
Mhm.
fix, and what can you do better in the second one? I'm not all for just throwing it away. Go, oh, this first movie sucks, so we can't do another one. Motherfucker, you'd never have a franchise if you did that
Yeah.
because now you don't get to learn from what didn't work the last time and do it better the second time. If you can't get it right in two movies, yeah, then we'll call it quits.
Wasn't that last movie is going on what, 10 years ago now?
At this point, because they were so busy trying to rush and catch up to what Marvel was doing, they start
Mhm.
throwing stuff by the wayside that had bones and some good ideas in there that they could have expanded on, but they're so busy in a rush. Oh, it didn't hit this right away. We fuck it. Let's move on to the next thing. It's like everything got to be a billion. It's like you never even knew a billion could be reached by a comic book movie until one of y'all hit it, and you didn't hit it thinking we're gonna hit a billion. That wasn't the mentality. Do a good movie. Do a good movie.
You
I
built the
recently went
MCU
back.
off that.
Yeah, yeah. I went back recently in the last 2 weeks. I went back and watched the Avengers, the original Avengers movie again, and
Mhm.
was watching it and enjoying it, and really trying to understand why people hate Josh Whedon so much because of JLA. Y'all DC fans are too goddamn sensitive.
Mhm.
Y'all are really fucking sensitive. That's what I'm thinking from that shit because I watched the original Avengers and how it went and how the story it could be considered ridiculous. Could be. But it looked good.
It worked.
It worked. It introduced each one of the characters. They had a moment by themselves and brought them all
Mhm.
together. And I don't
Mhm.
care what you seeing Cap and Tony Stark on screen together for the first time was awesome.
Stark, Captain.
Stark, Captain, that was awesome. Having the three of them with Thor standing there was another
Yeah.
awesome scene. That
Them fighting,
movie,
them fighting. We done here.
yeah, we done here. That movie was full of moments that can be memed. Like Nick Fury standing on the bridge of the helicarrier. Like, nigga,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
What? I remember
Hell, that
watching that in the
scene.
theaters, how pumped I was. It looks ridiculous now.
Hell, even that scene when what's his name got killed. Uh, I forget. Damn,
Colson.
Colson. in
Yeah,
that scene. In that scene right there, he was like, "These are his cards. I don't think he got you to sign them." He's like,
yeah,
"Yes, we were planning to do what we were going to do, but I was
yeah.
planning on something else. This shit."
Seeing them all come together, how they brought all of those people together in one movie after they'd had their own individual movies. You couldn't have did that and predicted how much money that was going to make. You couldn't have.
Nah, you
All you
could.
had was an idea, a plan, and you followed that plan. And the plan, because you put quality into the movies that you were making,
Mm-hmm.
it worked.
Could you think about that scene when they fought, and then you fast forward to Endgame when they're walking together to confront Thanos?
That scene when they fought, Thor had some of the dumb lines.
Mm-hmm.
He had some dumb lines. You want me to put the hammer down? Like, that was a dumbass. Who's he supposed
Yeah,
to be? Arnold Schwarzenegger?
yeah.
Shut up, man. That's as lame as fuck. Nobody
Tony
cares,
sold.
though.
Shout out to Robert though. Shout out to Robert. He did sell that scene. Does mothers know?
No, you have the drapes. Drapes. He was clowning. But that's Robert Downey Jr. being Robert Downey Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Stark is Robert Downey Jr. You know, having fun, right? And that's what it seemed like they were doing. But when I watch that movie, what I don't see is an overabundance of agenda. That's what I don't see in it. Even though it's women all in there. It's women all through the goddamn thing. Maria Hill, Scarlett Johansson, all these women are in this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But they ain't the biggest villain. They ain't the big bad who can kick everybody's ass. None of that shit. So how did I get from this movie to the next movie he does, which is the JLA, and everybody talking about he hate women and all the rest of the shit? It's like, since when?
Nah.
Motherfucker, I've been watching this motherfucker for a while. I don't think he hate women at all. I think he like them a lot.
A lot.
Because
Nah.
he don't have a problem making them the protagonist and making a good one.
Because people forgot that was in disarray. Like Zack Snyder had stuff going on at the time of shooting that movie. So
And that's what I give him. And that's why I always point to what you don't like about JLA is the same thing you probably don't like about the David Ayer Suicide Squad movie. The same shit. You know why? Because that's studio involvement. And that's what it looks like. It looks the same.
Mm-hmm.
All that shit you don't like at Sony, that you don't understand what a Sony movie looks like. Look at the movie Sony was doing before they had a sharing deal with Marvel. And then look at the movies they did afterwards. And then look at the movies they did on their own. We don't need Marvel. We can do it ourselves.
Yeah.
It looks like the same shit they did beforehand.
Well, the thing about the JLA is because we were still, as also a DC fan, I was still salty because at the time I was still in the army and I was overseas, and this was the same year that Civil War and then Batman v Superman came out. So I was like, you're a geek. You're like, man, this is gonna be beautiful.
This gotta be good.
And then you go see Batman v Superman. You're like,
what the hell is that?
Ninja Turtle is what it was.
And then
Mutated Ninja Turtle.
And then 2 weeks later, you go watch Civil War. You're like, this is fucking. Why couldn't you do this? What the fuck is going on with y'all?
Because it's a different group of people in charge of the director.
True. I know. I'm still salty.
Like,
have my
I will put this up, right? I'd put this up. If you've seen I understand what it was when the JLA came out or was coming out. Everybody was looking at it. It has to be awesome. DC fans were like, yes, this is going to be our Avengers. That's what you were comparing it to. We even got the guy who did the Avengers. This is going to be our Avengers movie.
Yeah,
that's not what you got. It is not because it's just a director. It's because of the studio.
But it's because
that's why you didn't get that shit.
But it was also in our defense, we were still salty about Batman v Superman and
Batman v Superman. Josh Whedon didn't direct that shit.
Nah, he didn't direct
more studio shit.
So that was unfair pressure we were putting on Josh. That was unfair pressure.
It was undue pressure.
Yeah,
undue slander.
That's because
could be one. We
go ahead, man.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, that's because what I saw from it, they rushed it. They wanted the Avengers, but we didn't get the Avengers cooking. Avengers got the seasoning, they got all the right faces, and they got the timer set. They rushed that together. They didn't build a storyline to give us that. They thought they could just copy it. Like, oh, here, we got it too.
Yeah.
Like, nah, they're like, they ain't my mama's gumbo. Like, they don't taste right.
Look at it this way. What's the difference between Warner Brothers putting out that JLA movie, just like Black Bang was just saying, just to expand on that idea, thinking that, look, we got these characters you want to see. We're going to get this movie in the theaters, and you're going to show up and you're going to like it. What's the thinking there that's any different from what KK does at Lucasfilms?
Not all that different.
Does it seem any different?
No. Put that damn trailer though with Ben Affleck's like, tell me, do you bleed? Like, oh, we going there.
Yeah, I was fine with that.
I didn't mind that scene. Like,
I didn't mind an old surly Batman.
Yeah,
I didn't mind him beating the shit out of people. I just didn't like Batman killing folks.
Yeah,
I thought his motivation for I'm gonna kick your ass because a lot of people died needlessly when you fought in the city. It's like, yeah, you got part of a point, Bats, but didn't you just blow up all these goddamn Russians? What the fuck are you talking about? Shut up.
Hey, Michael Keaton torch. But wait a minute, Michael Keaton did blow up the factory, and he did a lot of guys on fire with the Batmobile. So Michael, he got a body count too. He do got a body count.
We never shit on that. We see that as its own thing. That's Batman 89, right? 89. That's Batman 89. We're not taking that. This is the purest pull from continuity. Yeah. No, everybody saw the Zack Snyder shit like it's supposed to be exactly the comic. And what the fuck did he do? He did the same thing he'd been doing in movies, killing motherfuckers. What are you talking about? That's why I just thought, look, if he didn't give Superman that speech about needless people dying and he blew up them Russians, it would have worked. He could have left that part out. His speech still worked. Look, you fucked up Gotham, man. You should have took that shit somewhere else. I agree with you, Bass. Yeah, Sue, why the hell did you take it somewhere else? It's my first day on the job. Okay, Bass, this is first day. It's the first day, man. He didn't have a training.
Here's a verbal warning. We're gonna give him a
warning. Give him a verbal.
Give him a verbal warning.
Let's get back to this hero shit.
It'd be like Superman looking at him like, nigga, was that a whoops? Like that was a whoops. It's like,
yeah, that was a whoops. What happened to the guy? I killed him. Okay. Oh, but killing him was fine. But everybody else. Oh, okay. It's just who we kill, right? I got you.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Well, that's why I wanted to chime in what you guys are saying about what's going to be trash. I think that's going to be a big thing because Superman's going to get support, simple fact, because Gunn's fans are going to follow that movie. They're already beefing with the Snyderverse guy people.
Yeah.
But they're doing the same exact thing.
I ain't beefing with nobody. It's a Superman movie. It's just what the fuck
it's exactly. But, everybody got their team. So they're going to go see it. They're going to be support. We don't got support as far as Captain America because he's not going to get the support Black Panther got because you got a black man basically being a soldier for the government and right now with everything on, and nobody's going to support that. No. And then you're already shitting on it before you even saw the movie. I think they show too much. Like I don't need to see the Red Hulk grabbing the carpet, whatever, burn it, leave it. That should have been fine. You didn't need to show everything else. So you're not leaving anything for my imagination at this point. Either.
That's why I can't stand because black men working for the government is nothing new. There's a history.
It's not.
No, as a man who also served as far as the government, and I worked alongside the government. That's never going away.
No, I think it's a stupid thing to even hold against anybody. It doesn't make any sense to me. But that's the chatter you see, like like. Dude, really? Like
some of us have fathers and grandfathers that served, and we want to live up to that. Like,
right.
That's why I love that scene at the end of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier when he had that thing built for Isaiah. That was huge. That was a dope scene.
Well, the main thing I say about that is that the natural way that Captain America movie should have went, it should have started with telling you more about Isaiah Bradley and then went into some of this other shit. But they're using this as the pot of gumbo that they're going to throw all this shit in. They might as well call it boudin or some shit. But they're going to throw all this crap in there, that all these loose ends that they still got, and try to use this movie to tie them all up.
Along with adamantium and the stuff.
Yeah. An introduction of some shit, tying up the Celestial, tying up these up. you're throwing too much in there that it can't just be Sam Wilson's movie. It can't just be Sam Wilson's movie or Elijah Bradley movie. Because I'm telling you, the natural story progression after Falcon and the Winter Soldier was to talk about what happened with Isaiah Bradley after you've introduced him.
I would have loved to see a flashback scene of them.
You need a flashback to go into it, what he was doing, how it happened, and then introduce how it's passed on to his grandson, who ends up being in the Young Avengers.
Yeah, like that story. Yeah. Like the story he gave in Falcon Winter Soldier. Give us that scene.
Yeah, you need that. That's not what we're getting? Oh.
Cool.
Okay.
Hey.
Whatever. Whatever. You don't ask me what you're writing. You just ask me to show up and watch the shit. You know?
Right.
Come see our movie.
Then get mad when I don't like it.
Yeah, some people get mad when I don't like it, and I call out shit that don't make any sense. But you know what I say? Be mad. That's just what it is. You just got mad, motherfucker. Look, I didn't make this shit.
I ain't telling you.
I'm the one expected to pay money to see it.
Yeah.
So, but Thunderbolt's gonna make money. It's a team up movie, like the Expendables. Everybody's gonna go in for a team up action movie. It's just that's what it is.
That's gonna have
that's gonna make that.
That's probably gonna have the same effect as the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Maybe not, because there's nobody on that team who's actually funny like Chris Pratt. There's no comedic actors there. Well, I mean, you got what's his name playing Red Guardian.
Like he'll try,
but he's not that damn funny. Florence Pugh is not the comedy.
And what's her name tries to be quirky.
Yeah, nobody is there for the humor, so it won't do Guardians numbers. I don't think it'll do Guardians numbers, especially since James Gunn didn't write this shit. Somebody else wrote it. So James Gunn has a sense of humor that you get. That's why you have James Gunn fans.
Yeah.
A motherfucker who wrote this movie, The Thunderbolts, what's his name? Don't know? Because he ain't got a fan base. That's it. He don't have a fan base yet because he's not distinguished like that. He is a Marvel, staff writer. They pulled him off the shelf and put his ass on this project.
Yeah.
So, it'll do something. It's action. It's an action movie.
Two gonna be trash.
Yeah, two gonna be trash. Fantastic Four. If you want to have a good laugh, don't look at the numbers wise, like how much money each movie makes, but look at how good of a movie Thunderbolts is versus how good of a movie Fantastic Four is. Yeah. That'll be fun for you.
And that's
I'm not even putting Cat 4 in there.
The main question you're going to ask is, do you want to watch it again?
Yeah. Would you
Fantastic Four?
Yeah, don't even measure it up to no Endgame because most people always want to go back to, does it measure up to Endgame? Nothing will ever measure up to Endgame, dude. I knew that sitting in the theater watching it for the first time. I'm watching them attack each other like, this is fucking awesome. This is a comic. This will never be this way again.
But that was 20 years. That was 20 years of build-up. It's not going to measure up to that.
It's never going to be that again. Forget it.
You're never getting that.
Yeah, if it
happens, Fantastic Four already has. Fantastic Four is already minus because you already got people mad at it for having a female Silver Surfer. So you already got people that are sitting there like, oh, I'm not gonna watch because of that before they get a chance.
People are already mad about that. Yeah.
Well, like I'm saying, that's where the agenda is coming in. You got a female surfer. You got a Latino Reed Richards. That's two strikes already, motherfucker. What's her name? Vanessa Kirby can't save you. This ain't Napoleon, and she ain't gonna have her legs all cocked open. So
your actor's name is Pedro.
Yeah.
Not gonna hold that.
Now, I thought of an interesting twist they could do with that if they wanted to go this direction. Since this is supposed to be different version of Reed, I can see Pedro really working out as Reed if by at some point they make him turn into the Maker, make him evil.
Maybe okay.
Then it won't matter because they'll put a bucket on his fucking head again.
Put a bucket on his head, you won't matter.
Won't matter.
Oh,
and
good.
Now he'll look like a white dude.
Yeah, because then he can channel his inner Mandalorian.
Yep.
Yeah.
To be mad all over again for having a mask on.
Like, fuck. I can't breathe in this thing.
fucking hell? You want me to put a mask on? No, man, I need people to see my face. Well, the maker covers his face most of the time, so you can still be Reed, but you got to be this version.
Pretty much.
Or we're gonna bring somebody in that's that version. He gonna kill you or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and he ain't got that Will Smith power. He can just take his mask off because he wants to. You don't have to keep it on. You ain't Will Smith, buddy.
Yeah.
Look, like I said, I like Pedro Pascal. I think he's a good actor, not a great actor, not a fantastic actor. He's a good actor, right? I watch him in roles. I watched him in a lot of roles. I don't think you need to be bucking to have his fucking bucket off. Like if you're wearing a mask, wear the mask.
Yeah,
right.
Put the fucking helmet on, dude. Look, I'll play the role and take half your money to have the helmet on.
He's actually good as Joel. He was actually very good as Joel in last.
Very good as Joel, but does Joel walk around with a bucket on his head?
No, he doesn't.
No. So there you go. You're good.
No,
and nobody overly bitched about it, even though you don't look. You still Latino. Joel ain't Latino, but you did a good performance. People fine with it. So if you do that with Reed Richards, nobody will be bitching.
Nailed the accent. Nailed the accent as Joel. Nailed it.
Yeah. The only thing they'll bitch about is that, well, he's not comic book accurate because you Latino. That's it.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
Only thing I need to say is C.
Yeah, don't say C. Don't say C.
C. Got him.
Got him. You know, he can't go for long. The accent is gonna slip.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I'm more excited for the TV shows because Invincible's next month, February 7th. And then a month later, because you got Captain America in the middle of the 14th, and then a week later, at least Reacher season 3 comes out.
Yep.
And then just a few weeks later, you have Daredevil.
Yeah. It's off to the races. I don't like when they jam pack this shit all together like that.
I kind of do.
I don't. It doesn't give you enough time to sit with any of this stuff for it to actually resonate with you. I mean, this is the same problem with if I asked you guys who's watched, the season across, you wouldn't have watched it because it's crammed in between so much other stuff going on. You don't even get a chance to watch the shit or let it work on you and watch it again. You won't. Look, Supercell came out. It was a hard push to get people to watch Supercell because they was watching some other dumb shit at the time. They wasn't even thinking about that shit. They had to go back and watch it. Yeah, if you could convince them to go back and watch it.
I came back. I had heard a lot about it. That's why I wouldn't watch it.
Yeah,
I didn't even know what it was.
Yeah.
Sorry. And I don't even know about Cross because at the Cigar Lounge, one of the guys put it on, and I saw it on Netflix, like, okay, but I got sitting there smoking a cigar, you put it on. Also, I'm in the episode like, what is this? Because there's so many different things to watch. Like,
that's the thing. It's on Amazon. Amazon did a shit job of look, if they had done as big of a media push on Cross as they did with this Rings of Power bullshit, scales would probably but they didn't. They didn't push this at all. And mind you, this is a black lead.
Yeah.
This is a black male lead.
They ain't smart black male lead.
Yeah, they ain't pushing that shit.
I think we only got one trailer. We only got one trailer saying that they were doing it, which was a good trailer, but you didn't really get much after that.
Yeah, but Reacher coming back though. You know that.
Reacher coming back.
Tulsa King was coming back.
Yeah, he barely knew when Cross was coming on. Yeah. No fanfare, no explosions, no, carrier pigeon, signal light, nothing. Like, Cross is out.
Cross is out, by the way.
You know what's funny? By the way. When they have the movie,
hold on, line. You keep talking through people. Let them talk. Go ahead.
Well, it's funny that you say that. It doesn't even have a pop-up ad. Like most of them, when they come up, they say "come in next" or you can watch it. It'll go on and then it'll play a commercial. Cross never did that. It was just there.
No, notice that, don't you?
That's that. I just noticed that. That's crazy.
You know how fucked up it is. When I'm watching something else on Prime, it would automatically flip to, hey, the pop-up ad, Rings of Power is on. Do you want to watch this? No, I don't. And the shit will start playing. I have to stop. I'm not watching you. I had that for Cross. Like you saying, a pop-up ad. Never had an auto let me filter you to Cross. Even though your like choices tell me you like movies with black leads, it never gave me that in my algorithm.
I'm not even gonna lie. It damn sure did not show up in my algorithm when I was like, it didn't come back. Even though I did watch it, it never came back to it.
But they thought I wanted to see Disa big ass.
Yeah.
We're gonna be a dwarf, and it got to be an overweight woman as a dwarf. Like, man, if you don't quit this bullshit. Artisan, Latino read, female surfer. Who's next? Transgender Galactus? Yes. Yes. Look, here's one of the funny things. If you watch Marvel properties, right? I've been playing Marvel Rivals. Fun game. Irritating as fuck. That's why when you see my playthroughs or playing the game on the channel, you don't hear me talking because I have my mic turned off because I'm fucking cussing. These people irritate me shit. I'm cussing way too much. Mad as hell, right? But in that game, you're in a different universe, and there is a Galactus, but it's not a guy. It's a girl. It's Galacta.
Yeah.
It's Galacta. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah,
like, everybody got to have a vagina now, dude. What the fuck? Can we just start making all these characters hermaphrodites now? Because
that's true.
So it's out there, Malika. It's out there. There is a female Galactus. She ain't transgender unless she got a penis under her little toga. But it's out there.
I play Marvel Rivals too, and the first thing friends of mine were talking about Marvel Rivals. The first thing we said was like, "Why is Wolverine dressed like Michael Jackson?"
Shit. Yeah, there's some shit that was suspect on there. There's some shit that's suspect on there because it is very female leaning. But I can tell you, the way they just dropped the update with the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
And they got Sue Storm in there. The way they got that white girl looking, I ain't seen no skinny white girl ever built like that. This is the best Sue Storm has ever looked, boy. She got hips and ass and shit and just
yeah. all the females are like kind of shapely.
They kind of shaped up, boy. I thought it was, body positive. Everybody got different body sizes. No, y'all kind of okay.
People
Tell me anything.
Yeah, people commenting saying the same thing.
The decent nerd talking about facts. Yeah, I was playing that shit last night because I went home last night because I wanted to play some fucking video games. I was bored. And I'm like, it must be late because she looked like she working for me. Still got something behind them utility belts or something like that. Invisible my ass.
About 30
ain't gonna be invisible.
Zoe never had this much.
Be right back.
What is going on?
Yeah, I'll be right back. I gotta go do this damn work order. Fucking unclog this damn toilet. I told him 30 minutes, and that's been 32 minutes. So I gotta run out of here real quick and go take care of this. Like I told you guys, it's an on-call stream, so you know what that means I might have to run, and I do because I got a response time I have to go meet. So Beasley, I see you right there. This should be a quick one, so give me a little bit and I'll be back, and then I'll fire it back up. But I got to go right now to go grab that. Take care of the call. Yep, appreciate you, Lion and Bane. So I will be back, you guys. Give me about 45 minutes to an hour, and if you have not hit the bell on the channel, this is why you should hit the bell on the channel. So when I have to leave and come back, you can actually get alerted when I go live again. So I will be back. I will return Sue. Sue. I was reading Beasley's comment. I think I have seen Sue's cheeks jiggle a little bit. Yeah, her cheeks do jiggle. You have seen that. I saw it last night. That was immediately what I saw. I was like, Sue ain't never looked like this, dude. You know she's supposed to be a mom, right? She was the invisible girl at one time. What the fuck y'all doing, perverts? Anyway, I will be right back, y'all. So I will see you in a minute. Y'all bounce quick as fuck. Glad I could hold your attention. I'll be right back.